Hi, I'm Katie Moonstone. Welcome back. It's been a few days, so let's clear the air in our heart spaces at this time. Woo! How is everybody doing today? This is November 5th. It's a big moon. It's the supermoon. This energy will be lingering for the next 48 to 72 hours. The full moon and supermoon, people, they call it the Beaver moon, is in Taurus. This supermoon in Taurus comes to bring in a verdict. Whatever you swept under the rug appears in giant size. It isn't going to invent problems. It will just illuminate what has already been costing you dearly. In your body, in your home, in your money, and in your relationships. Today, a bill may appear that you ignored or that you no longer can postpone. Your body no longer accepts excuses. Taurus casts a raw light on what is sustainable and what is bankrupting you from within. Pay attention to the scene of today and going in the next few days, okay? The object that breaks, the message that arrives, the invitation that no longer makes sense, the drama that repeats itself. Taurus speaks through and makes things very concrete, okay? Maybe today you feel a little bit heavier, not physically, but maybe with some density. Every gesture that you make will bring a cost. Taurus is a fixed sign. It is an earth sign, and it is pulling everything that is scattered down to the ground. The moon is just amplifying it. Maybe the tension in your neck and shoulders was a nuisance yesterday, but today it's your armor. Your body is going to respond to the things that you are holding on to. The pain in your body is not punishment. It is a cosmic underline. So let's say your throat hurts, or maybe you've been carrying a lump in your throat in the last few days. It's urging you to cry for no obvious reason, but the need to physically vent maybe. Words that you may have swallowed for months will begin to build pressure right in your throat. Taurus rules the throat. Surprise! Which means the biggest moon of the year no longer accepts swallowed truths. Did your truth and worth get stuck and you didn't speak it? When and where? Notice if today foods and drink no longer serve to nourish or numb something. It will be no longer a sensatory pleasure. So remember, pleasure that nourishes you brings in calmness. Pleasure that numbs brings guilt, shame, or an emptiness, or like a drowsiness. Your sensories are going to be heightened. Maybe your energy will go up and down for like 5 minutes. All of these are languages of the body. Maybe you need to pause and digest all of this. Maybe you do not trust the process. The moon illuminates how much rest you owe yourself and how much vigilance came from fear of losing security. Today, your body will not lie. Each point on your body will be a theme marker. So, the weight in your shoulders speaks of responsibility and overloads. I've been carrying it in my shoulders and in my neck. So that's one for me. Maybe tight chest speaks of fear of losing what provides security. Tension in your jaw, that means you have contained anger. Heaviness in your legs speaks of fear of moving or changing places or letting go of a known ground. Exhaustion from the way you live, work, love, and sustain yourself. The moon is the flashlight, and you are the one who translates with courage to listen until the very end. Your body wants to be heard today, so honor it. Then that stuck energy will start to move. Your body always knows before the mind does. If you feel heavy in weight, then you're around too much drama to sustain the comfort and security that you have. Taurus isn't asking if you're happy and it doesn't care. It asks you to see if your way of seeking security is true or is it borrowed. Everything that is borrowed will break and fall to the ground. Notice the conflicts that rise today. Money will also speak louder under this moon. Are things being used as a plug for an emotional void? Do you spend to feel valid? Are you filling up yourself and space with things to avoid facing the silence? Taurus asks, does this nourish you or just occupy you? How do you relate to comfort itself? Taurus loves true comfort. Taurus also loves tangible things. So the kind that nourishes, Taurus loves the things that nourish, warms, and provides grounding. Taurus's shadow side tries to turn these comforts into deservingness. So like, for example, one more purchase because I need to pamper myself. One more food order because I don't feel like cooking today. Then it becomes a pattern. Patterns are habits, right? Today, these patterns come in glaring at you. If things feel invasive, maybe you feel impatient or you're just frustrated. This is your nervous system exhausted from holding on to the way of life that no longer matches what you feel you deserve. The smallest spark can start a fire today because the earth is dry. The moon isn't creating the fire, it's showing you how dry your ground or earth is. When a Taurus is in crisis, they like to control the small little things, or like the small stuff, or the small little things. When you feel like you have no control over the big picture, you try to control all the small little details of it. If you're argumentative today, it's because you fear facing the real imbalance of you. So you project it onto the objects. Like, for example, say all of a sudden you feel that like you get a little frustrated and now you're asking people, let's say in your house, who moved that towel? Or why was that glass moved? This behavior on Taurus's day today becomes almost cartoonish. You know it's not about the object. Nobody cares about the towel or the glass or why they moved it. Actually, what this means is it's about you not feeling safe. The argument, who pays for what? That means you're feeling undervalued. The anger of doing everything alone reveals where you are not allowing yourself to ask for help. Where you lack, that's where you start to blame. Where you blame yourself for feeling too much. You use discomfort as a roadmap. So ask yourself, what are you trying to protect? And be actually really honest with yourself. What are you afraid of losing? Taurus places a big giant mirror on your way of seeking security. Taurus doesn't want perfection. It wants you to have the courage to admit where comfort became a crutch and where security became a prison. When you start to answer those questions without putting yourself in defense mode, then Taurus says, finally, thank you. And now here's where we want you to expand. And that actually happened to me today. I woke up. I kind of knew what I was going to already do today. I made some life choices and now I'm expanding. Why? Because this full moon is the biggest and brightest of the year, and it's placing an invisible price tag on everything that you insist on holding on to. Now, a Taurus person once told me this. I actually have a lot of Taurus friends. I didn't really realize how how many Tauruses I knew until May hits. And then I'm like, oh my God, it's all my friends. All my Facebook, half of them are Tauruses. So I have a lot of Taurus people around me. And a Taurus person once said this to me: what you own owns you. How much energy, body, and soul do you spend to maintain what you carry? That job that no longer nourishes, but it pays the bills. A routine that leaves you exhausted, but gives you a false sense of control. That relationship you stay in because it's too scary to leave. An identity that no longer fits you. Taurus illuminates attachments and the price of it, and the price that it charges. The price appears first in your body. That chronic weight, that old pain, that fatigue that becomes normal. Your body is a temple, a vault, where you keep what you don't have the courage to admit out loud. Today, Taurus opens that vault. The question is not, why am I like this? It's what am I keeping alive in here that I should have already gotten rid of, or that already should have ended. When the price appears in matter, like unforeseen expensive delays, bills finally arriving that you never thought you were going to get, situations that force you to look at what you've been pushing aside, Taurus rules what is stable. That emotional debt that no one names, that tiredness that sleep won't cure, that feeling of living a life that is somewhat borrowed because you put yourself in autopilot because of fear. The price of abandoning yourself. This is the price of abandoning yourself. Taurus will make sure these things will not go unnoticed. If you knew how much this costs you in years. Let me rephrase that. Oh my God, I just seriously blanked out. Oh my goodness. I rebuke and cancel. Taurus will make sure these things will not go unnoticed. If you knew how much of these things cost you in years of your life, in health, in peace, would you still hold on to it? The answer doesn't need to be dramatic, because Taurus people, they don't like dramatic things. They don't like dramatic situations. They're like little bulls. You don't want to mess with the Taurus. But there's solutions. Maybe it's time to break away. Maybe it's time to pick up and relocate. Maybe it's time to renegotiate, jobs, money, whatever it is, contracts. Maybe it's time for you to ask for help, or it's time to redistribute the weight, set boundaries where you have never set before. Many of you will see a cycle ending today. Don't blame yourself. Just wake up and get out of autopilot. Taurus people don't like to be around people who are like robots. And Taurus is coming in saying, it's time to wake up, people. It's time to wake up. And we're stepping into November, so with Taurus. So denying the price after this light is no longer going to be an option. Taurus isn't asking for grand speeches. It's asking you to make solid, concrete choices. Today is not about the year. It's about getting through the next few days with this energy. Think about it in terms of 3. Matter, comfort, value. Okay? Body, things, rest. Money, pleasure, and boundaries. If you choose one gesture in each territory, the energy will settle. Less is more as long as it's true. Maybe you just need to say no to the things that steal your energy. You don't need to change everything. You don't need to change everything in one day or in your life. You just need to change one thing to change the tone of the cycle that begins when the light starts to shine on these things. Taurus likes textures, so take a bath or wear something fluffy. Or you know, something with some texture in it. For me, it was patterns. I don't know, I woke up today and colors are so bright for me today. I don't know what it is. So yesterday's silence might have had you feeling the weight, the loneliness, or the emptiness. But today, the choice you made, that same silence now has a different taste. The absence of noise no longer scares you. Throw away papers, old documents. I've been deleting a lot of things and throwing away a lot of things. Throw away your clothes, donate them. Organize a small area of your life, your workspace, maybe your desk, or maybe like a little portion of the room to start. Or some part of something in your material life. Your desire was not born from guilt. It's born from a deep need for peace. It's your soul saying, I don't want to pay this price anymore. So come on, wake up. The moon shows you what is heavy, and you respond with light. Use this light to recalibrate what you call security. This is the most mature spiritual work Taurus can offer. The light doesn't go all out all at once. It fades while you saw what settled in. In Taurus, this is not a period for rushing or to make up for losses. Let the verdict descend from the sky into the body, and from the body to the routine, and from the routine into a concrete choice or choices. Listen to what the universe is saying and asking you to do, and do it without resistance. Surroundings, they're going to keep changing. One thing that is always going to happen is change, right? That's the one thing you can count on, change. So surroundings are always going to change or rearrange. Taurus will reveal who can walk with their new truth, and the rest will get left behind. Today you walk through the night of the biggest and brightest full moon of the year. Taurus exposed the real cost of what you've been carrying and holding on to. So say tonight, I'm listening, because tonight's clarity is going to be your roadmap for the upcoming weeks. And then sustain what you saw. Good luck, everybody. Pay attention to your body. Figure out where you're hurting from. Stomach. What are you holding in your stomach? You know, for me, it's the shoulders and one of my legs. I made some choices today. I'm actually being told to move in silence at this time, but there was a part of me that said, you know what, because I was reading up on like the whole thing and the senses, like where it was targeting and why it was targeting your body parts, and that whole because you're afraid to move in a different direction because of you know, security or, you know, changing your comfort zone. Yeah, I can relate to that. I know I'll be changing directions really soon, and I kind of don't want to because I get attached to things and people's, and then it's like, okay, the universe says, okay, your work is done, time's up, and then I get all sad face. So at least, you know, hey, you know, at least you know, and then you can understand. And the moment you understand, you could be like, okay. And then, like I said, once you have that understanding, you honor it, and then the universe says, okay, finally you get it, thank you. And then now, because it is a big, large moon, it's actually helping you to expand. So I have expanded in areas I literally did not think it was going to happen. But yay, congratulations. It's fun. But as of right now, because of we are still in dark times, I'm being told to move in silence at this time, because I still have creepy dark entities or empty vessels still watching and lurking, let's say. So, anywho, let's get a card from the moon deck, since today is the big moon day. Come on, give me a card. It's being silent right now. We got one. Step out of your comfort zone. Walk. This is the card of North Node. So walk in your truth. It's time to step out of your comfort zone and walk that truth. Okay. Let's get an advice card. All right, well, things might just fall apart, or something or somebody is gonna spill the beans. All right. Ooh, it's time to celebrate. You've been asked to celebrate a recent accomplishment, no matter how big or small. Do something special to, I cannot say that word, commemorate. Sorry, I'm not good with the English language. To commemorate the moment. My bad, sorry people. You deserve that and so much more. So celebrate it. It's a big moon, celebrate it. You are gonna see endings today. I saw some endings today. And I also, like, when I was talking to somebody today, they were asking me, because I know when I talked to them a couple days ago, and then when I talked to them again today, they were like, so did that thing, like, go the way you wanted it to, or is it still going down the road you think it's going down? And I said, oh my God, in the last couple days, I saw, like, major miracles happen. So you might end up seeing that too. So, like, just like, you know, hey, this, like, I was doing this project and it wasn't working out, but then 2 people came over and helped me and moved a mountain for me. So yay for that. I have been so excited and in awe over that in the last few days. It's just been crazy. So anywho, let's get a card from the fairies. Because Taurus is an earth sign, fairies like the earth, right? We got 2. Easy does it. Stop trying so hard to control everything, and all the doors will open for you. So stop that. New home. Moving is a step in the right direction for you. So some of you might be moving into a new home, or clearing the space, or someone will be moving in your home. That's exciting. Or maybe you're moving into a new home. I've been thinking about that. Because they have like these container homes, and then I saw some other versions of homes. I'm trying to figure out, I know me and a bunch of people were talking about like moving and living off grid, but then, I was looking at like different types of housings, and just going with kind of in that direction in a sense. So anyways, I don't know, that was just a tangent, sorry. Things I talk about with people. Anyways, let's go right into tarot. What do we need to know for today? Actually, in the next few days. What is Taurus bringing in for us for the next few days? Ooh, someone's in a mental prison, or somebody is going to go to jail. Could be spiritual jail. My nose is itchy, so someone's going to kiss a fool. Be careful. Anyway, somebody's in a mental prison. They're overthinking, creating their own mental prison. Maybe some of you have created, you know, like you're afraid to move out of your comfort zone. And I think I mentioned before, it's like a security prison. You know, oh, I built this foundation for myself and I don't want to get out of it. You're actually building yourself a false sense. It's like putting yourself in a prison in a sense. Anyway, some of you might feel that way, or you know someone that is. So the energy is definitely around. So when I get the 8 of Swords, that's mental prison, or it could be someone going to jail or spiritual jail. It's self-imposed restrictions, that's for sure. Anyways, cards are very silent. Yeah. Either you know who this person is, or they're doing some inner work right now. Ooh. They're not going to be celebrating. They're not having a fun time. Okay, I'll tell you that. Why? Because they need to forgive someone for a wrongdoing. If you know someone that is maybe restricting themselves from you, forgive them. I have people that are restricting themselves from me, and it's not because I did anything bad to them. It's because some people don't like, let's say, the truth that I bring or the energy I bring to the table. Some people can't handle that. Anyways, forgive them. Maybe you need to forgive someone for a wrongdoing. Maybe you need to forgive yourself. Whatever it is, definitely forgiveness will set you free, right? And you know it. Ace of Wands, you know it. The moment you do, you start a brand new beginning. Why? Because something was not destined and fated. Somebody's trying really hard to make something work and it's not going to work out. What's not destined and fated? It's not destined and fated. Stop doing it. Stop going against the current. Don't work against the universe, right? If you stop working against the universe, you're not going to struggle. Some people are destined and fated right now to not be struggling, but they are because they put self-imposed restrictions on themselves and now they're in a mental prison. That could be you or someone you know around you. And technically, the moment they set themselves free, they're not going to be struggling. It's all about perception, changing the point of view, cutting ties, telling the truth, reminiscing about the past, or finding your inner child. Maybe you need to cut ties from people of your past or people from your childhood. I don't know. But the moment that you'll stop struggling, the moment you cut some ties, be truthful and honest with yourself, right? This is the sword of truth, Ace of Swords. That's a brand new truthful beginning. That's cutting ties and, following your north node. Six of Cups energy. Yeah, that's reminiscing about the past. Could be someone from your childhood, or maybe you need to start having fun or finding your inner child. I'm kind of working on that right now. I am being guided to find my inner child. Hence the pants. I woke up today, I was taking my kids to school and I said, I'm going to dress crazy today. So I got they missed one. My Salem Witch Trial shirt. They missed one. My crazy pants and my jewelry don't even make sense. And I like it. Because that's how I used to dress when I was a kid. I would just wear crazy things and people would always make fun of me, but I liked it. I didn't care. Anyways, Page of Pentacles. Oops, my elbow slipped. Somebody might slip and fall or slip and make a boo-boo. Anyways, someone's reminiscing about the past. Maybe they're reminiscing with their children or child. Maybe you need to start thinking more like a child, Start having fun maybe with your children or thinking of, at the end of the day, somebody is this is the death of the situation. This is the death card. Full moons do bring deaths. And usually when I say that, it's people who die around a full moon it's usually a karmic death. They have a karmic debt to pay. They're usually karmic to the family or the situation or the people they're involved with. And sometimes when it comes to, let's say, your karmic parents or a karmic loved one, some people don't want to cut ties with a karmic loved one. So the universe comes in, pulls them out. Why? Because that person's not benefiting or allowing those souls to grow, right? Remember, we're all souls, just borrowing a vessel. So anyways, somebody's kid, maybe you, are reminiscing about somebody who died, or your kids in you are having a spiritual awakening. A lot of people usually do have spiritual awakenings around this time. And in my culture, this is like the week of, like, the veil is very thin. Since the veil is thin, our loved ones, like in some cultures, I know my culture believes this, that our loved ones are literally hanging out with us right now, And then before the rainbow bridge closes, right? So some people might get some messages through children from passed over loved ones, is basically what I was saying. And these passed over loved ones are bringing in truth. Why? Because maybe you need to dig deeper into a situation, or maybe someone you know or someone around you, or you yourself, you might be so focused on what you already lost that you're not even thinking about your future or what's around you or your children. And it needs to end. So the universe is coming in saying, all right, we're cutting the ties. This needs to end. You're so focused on what you lost. Hey, you're brand new beginnings over here, and you're affecting all the people you're supposed to be with and meet, and all of those people. Because, you know, every time you meet somebody, not only do you affect that person, but you are affecting all the people that that person comes in contact with, you know, because it's called energy exchange, right? So anyway, something ends today. Some of you might do a little soul searching, digging deeper into the situation, or maybe you're so focused on your loss. Maybe someone died and you're gonna be at a loss. Yeah, you're not gonna move forward. This is gonna be, if someone is dying, maybe it will be devastating. Maybe someone is not moving forward because they're so worried about what they lost. They're not even thinking about who all, you know, their new beginning and who's all going to love them. You know, love them for who they are. You know, all that love that people send out, or like, let's say, maybe the people that you gave all your love to didn't want to give it to you, but now your new beginning is you're going to receive it in other people that you never thought that these people would see. Why? You know, and why? Because, oh, let's say you're attached to your family. These are just examples, but if you're attached to your family, maybe you just wanted your family to see you and accept you, but they never did. So if someone had to die, the family breaks up, and now you're on your new beginning path, and you meet your soul tribe. They see you, they love you, and now, you know, and everyone's always like, oh, but it's my family. We are just souls in a human body, borrowing this vessel. So the whole family and blood ties things, that's nothing, because what actually sustains, even upon death, because nobody likes to talk about death. I do, but nobody likes to talk about death. But at the end of the day, we are just energy, and we have energetic soul ties. So when we die, your real family is the soul tribe. It's not your mother, it's not your father, it's not your sister here on earth. It's, when you die, your soul tribe. The soul connection you have with other souls, right? That's why when someone meets their twin flame, there is a unbreakable, you know, soul tie. Or when you meet your soulmate, that's unbreakable. You can't break that until whatever the contract is between the two of you. And no mommy, daddy, sister, uncle, grandma can break those things. Why? Because these soul contracts are all part of God's plan, you know? And so many people this world has made so many people focus on all their faults and using it against them, like as if it's an archive. Like, oh, because you did this, that's bad. In actuality, you are made in God's image. You're perfect. You are light. So the moment you can remember that and remember who you are, boom, brand new beginning. The world changes. And when you start looking at the world in a different view, like with energy, I'm telling you, that whole attachment thing, I mean, you know, I go back and forth with it. I mean, we're all going to, because we're all human. But you get a brand new beginning. It's time to move forward. It's time to step off into the unknown and what? Trust the process. Yay. Because your only job here on earth is not to fear, it's to love and trust the process. Because sins things are already, that was already fought for. That battle is already fought and won long time ago. So right now we're in a war of trust and faith. That's it. Now you're going to have a brand new beginning. So Nine of Pentacles, if you resonate with the Nine of Pentacles, typically that is a woman who is self-sufficient. She got her shit together. Nine of Pentacles. You're about to have a brand new beginning. You built some things by yourself, but there are some past battles going on around you. They have nothing to do with you, so just be very cautious, okay? Got a lot of people around you with past battles. They're holding on to some grudges. Just be cautious in the next few days, okay? The universe is giving you a yes answer. Whatever it is you've been trying to manifest or work on, yes. Follow the universe. The universe is guiding you towards something, but as of right now, the energy is kind of getting a little crazy. A lot of it also has to do with people are still paying off karmic debts. So let's say I broke my karmic contract. Well, that energy takes a while, especially if somebody was karmic to me for, let's say, 10 years, and it was a cycle for 10 years. That energy, once I break the cycle, that energy, you know, might take 2 or 3 years. So you have to be patient, because whatever, you know, that whole evil eye thing, what you do to other, or not, or that golden rule, what you do unto others always comes back to you. I don't know where I got that from, but anyways, that energy, whatever that person sent to me, that energy goes right back to them, because that was the energy, and now they have to pay that karmic debt, especially if it did something to my destiny, you know, if it's delaying my destiny, delaying my timelines. Not only does it delay mine, but it delays all the people I haven't met yet and that I was supposed to meet. So now this person has a karmic debt to pay, so the universe has to balance that out, right? And sometimes that takes a while, so you got to be patient. Anyways, the universe is saying, yes, do not put matters into your own hands at this time. Allow the universe to do its work. Trust the process. Yeah, it's going to put you in your feelings. Don't do anything in the next few days. It will put you in your feelings, but just remember, you are being protected from something. Also, someone might be receiving a phone call. So maybe somebody wants to make a phone call. Oh, yep. And once, Nine of Pentacles, you're the Nine of Pentacles, right? You're going to receive a phone call, and the moment you do, you're about to get the Ten of Pentacles. That's having it all. That's a wish fulfillment. That's loyalty. Look at that. That is Earth sign energy at its fullest. This is actually the best card in the deck. You're just waiting on a phone call, and you're going to end up with the Ten of Pentacles. Why? Because something's not over yet. Someone also might be repeating a cycle. They didn't want to learn their lesson the first 800 times, so they got to do it again. But don't fight the energy. Also, there was a fight. Well, it was a fight that should have never have happened, is what I keep hearing. Anyway, somebody did not want to fight with this Queen of Cups. Now, this is my Earth Angel card. Hey, loves. Queen of Cups. This is someone who's loving and kind, and people think you're very naive. But you're an Earth Angel, so somebody did not want to fight with you. There are people that do not want to fight with you. Why? Because you're being illuminated as a loving and kind person. Like, your name is being cleared. So is the Queen of Pentacles. If you are the Queen of Pentacles, again, if you're a Taurus out there, you are going to have probably the best 3 days ever. So if you are a Taurus, male or female, this is your moment of expansion. So whatever big, great idea, especially financially, or you're looking to invest in something, do it, because you're going to get a big kick from it, or big kickback. But also follow your intuition and make sure you're making the right choices. But anyways, if you are the Queen of Pentacles, usually Earth sign energy, doesn't have to be, but typically they're, all about Mother Earth, nature, very laid back, business oriented. Maybe you're all up in your money bags. People aren't going to be fighting with you either. But somebody is not happy with the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, this is fire sign energy. We're we're in the Burr months, but this is November, beginning of November. Pretty soon we're going to step into a fire sign, which would be Sagittarius, but Queen of Wands typically are fire signs. They don't have to be. Maybe you're just young, sexy, vibrant, and cool. Laid back, got your shit together in a sense, but you're creative. You do things in your own way. So because of that, someone's not happy about it. Maybe it's just because you're beautiful and you look young, and you're probably not young. You're probably like me. I'm 45 and people think I'm like 30, you know? That's the gift of being one of God's children. Anyways, if you are the Queen of Wands, relax. Don't put any work into effort into anything, okay? It's time to take a time out. Why? Because there's something you don't see coming. Oh, you or either the other person, take it how it resonates, somebody is losing something very tangible. This is losing it all. Money, house, car, family. Why? Because this person was abusive in power. So as a result, maybe this person took something or stole something from you to watch you fall. It was part of a soul contract, but now you're going to see what you don't see coming is the tables are now turned. This person's going to lose everything because why? It was all part of the contract. Also, this person is married. Maybe this person lied and said he wasn't married. Oh no, he's married. And as a result, he's going to lose very tangible things. Why? Because most people who are in their egos, they latch on to material things to boost their ego, right? Yep, they stole it fair and square, but the contract's broken. This person took more than what that person was supposed to, so you're about to see that person get its karma, and it's going to be very hard to watch. I've been watching that, and it's like, ouch. Anyways, for my for my King of Swords, I call these my spiritual warriors. You're out here slaying the truth, telling the truth. My truth seekers. Could be air sign energy, doesn't have to be, just a man telling the truth, cutting through the bullshit. You bring in justice and balance. Maybe that's what you're waiting on, or the energy is clearing. You are going to receive your justice. Balance will be restored at this time for you. Why? Because you did exactly what you were supposed to do. So, good job. You're also leveling up. You're becoming a Knight of Swords. You're bringing in balance, and now you're becoming an Emperor. Anyways, there's an Emperor in the table. Emperor. This is typically they're older men. They don't have to be, but I always say emperors, they do the right thing all the time. They could be a man in power. They don't really have to be, but Emperor. There's an Emperor out there watching somebody speaking their truth. Queen of Swords. You are being watched at this time. Air sign energy doesn't have to be. You are a spiritual warrior. You're out here fighting and changing the world. Why? Look at these butterflies. You've got a message coming in, and right now you have an Emperor. He's coming in, but right now he's not. He's just watching you. While you're out here turning into a beautiful butterfly and changing the world and carrying your heavy sword, this person is still watching you. He is doing the right thing. He is watching you at this time. It's almost like a sense of admiration. He is watching you. It is part of a soul contract. Maybe you guys are married, or you are going to be getting married. And once you guys get married or come into union, let's say, both of you guys are going to be stars. But help is arriving from the universe at this time to bring you two together. So if you are a Queen of Swords out there, you have an Emperor coming in. Heck yeah. And I think it's going to pop out of nowhere. Yeah, don't put any work and effort in. Also, help is arriving for those of you that lost your jobs. Help is arriving. Maybe you need to pay attention to the signs. You'll be at the right place at the right time. But if you did lose your job or quit your job, help is arriving. Some form of, watch your emails and text messages at this time, because you're going to see something very clearly. If you are a fire sign, male, masculine energy, don't have to be. The divine wants you to take action on something. Or if you already took action, you're being divinely guided or divinely stopped at this time. Maybe you're watching a high priestess. Now, a high priestess is typically, they're psychics. Maybe there is a fire sign, younger fire sign out there watching a psychic. And I'm just going to tell you this right now. If you are that person, and let's say this person might have told you, you can't fool someone that's being divinely protected and guided, okay? Anyways, you're about to take action on something that either you're being, the divine is either stepping in, because why? You are getting your karma at this time. So a lot of fire signs might be getting their karma at this time. Typically, especially Sagittarius, is why, because you have to, most people have to pay their karmic debts before their birthdays. Because when your birthday arrives, you're ending a cycle and starting a new cycle. So many of you might be, paying out some karmic debts. So you're going to experience a lot of blockages and delays at this time. You have to pay that debt before you move forward. So compliments of the divine. Yeah, you made a bad choice. Definitely negative karma. You weren't brokenhearted over it either. That's why. Oh no, you had no empathy. Oh, and it's gonna be public too. Ouch. Darkness is coming to light. I feel like a lot of people already have been exposed. Yeah. What's coming to light? Somebody in love. If you're the King of Cups. Water sign energies. Even though the moon is in Taurus, we are still, I think, in Scorpio season. So right now, Scorpios, water signs and earth signs right now, because I got two in my card. They're in the upright position, sorry. Typically, these are earth signs. King of Pentacles, don't have to be. Maybe you just like nature, or you're in your money bags right now. You are in love, or you're in your feelings, but whatever it is, it's balanced. You guys, either the secrets came out about something, got exposed, and it woke you two up. Yeah. You also know that you have been dealing with an Empress in reverse. Now, Empress in reverse that's a bad mom. Now it's either you have a bad mom, or you're dealing with some baby mama drama issues. This is a codependent, clingy, and needy person. She don't take care of the kids. She don't take care of herself. Maybe you exposed something to her, but whatever you did, now she's digging deeper. I feel like she's got a lot of jealousy and envy. Maybe you had a heart-to-heart talk with someone. Maybe she knows you're in love with someone and you guys had a face-to-face talk. Or she knows you are about to meet your soulmate or twin flame and you guys are coming into union. She is digging deeper. I feel like she's got a lot of envy and jealous. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I feel like this is the Jezebel spirit. Someone's mama out there has the Jezebel spirit attached to them, or baby mama. But because the two of you, maybe you already came into union with your twin flame or soulmate, at the end of the day, she is hitting rock bottom. That's a major betrayal. She's betraying you. Secrets are out. You know it. Now she's going to have to feel the burn. And she is going to be very depressed. She's not moving forward. But her soul can rest. Why? Because it was part of the contract. Yeah. She is happy because, one, you haven't reconciled with your Two of Cups. That's why her soul can rest. She did her job, but she did it so well that now she's going to get her karma, because God's plan is always better than mommy, any Jezebel spirit or bad mama, baby mama drama. Yeah. Ooh. Well, this card came out like this, but then it flipped over this way. So maybe your mom or baby mama had money, now she doesn't. Whatever it is, she wanted you to have a new beginning, but she's glad that you didn't. You were gonna step towards stability, but she's never gonna give you stability. She doesn't want you to have a stable life. Why? Because she's jealous and envy. She always wanted a stable life, but now she doesn't want you to have one. That's sad. Well, anyways, God's stepping in. It could be the death. There'll be the death of that. Yeah, God's going to restrict her. Maybe she might be, it could be spiritual jail, but it also could be, hey, God's coming in saying, listen, lady, I am now restricting you. This is self-imposed restrictions. This is the 9 of Swords. One more sword, you got the 10 of Swords. So she's not going to have a very good time. Why? Because God has something to say. Yeah, she's being punished because God wanted these two people to work and build together. But it turned out to be a third-party situation. Someone's going to be working. God wants somebody. This is a specific message. God does want somebody to work together because it will be a wish fulfillment. Not only for you two, but it was part of God's wishes as well. And the two of you are not talking at this time. But your names are being cleared on both sides, okay? You will have the 10 of Cups, but somebody's family is very, very happy right now. Why? Because they get to heal, okay? So even though she's all causing out some ruckus, you know, maybe doing little black magic spells, dancing naked under this full moon tonight, someone's family is going to be able to heal, okay? Their priority is that they did not cause an injustice. They didn't do anything wrong. But at the end of the day, they may not have done anything wrong, but they made damn sure this person did not travel. There won't be any traveling. He knew it wasn't fair. And this is a Knight of Swords in reverse. Someone who typically lies to themselves, creates illusions because the truth hurts, right? This person was maybe lying about their family. Hey, I got a good family, but in reality, no, you don't. There's been an imbalance, there's an injustice, there's a lot of unfairness going around, even though the family itself, at the end of the day, doesn't really matter. The family is going to heal, but they are saying that they didn't. Like, the family's happy because, hey, we didn't really cause the injustice. You could have done it yourself, but it's all manipulation, you know? Anyways, at the end of the day, this person knew some shit wasn't fair. There was an injustice. He didn't travel. He's not traveling to his family either. Why? Because he felt abandoned. He's left out in the cold. He feels... So if someone's family's healing and this person's not traveling to their family, so there's been a big fight, some truths came out, and this person feels abandoned. He's not returning back to companionship and financial stability. Why? Because he's going to feel the burn of the family. That's what happens when you have a karmic family, you know? Oh, and this person is very aggressive. So maybe a sister, an aunt, somebody, maybe a child, Page of Swords. Somebody's coming in being very aggressive. But it's okay at the end of the day. This Knight of Swords in reverse has been seen as a liar, and now you're going to be left out in the cold. And the family now gets to heal. It was an unforeseen change. Didn't see it coming. But guess what? That's what you get when you messing with the heart. You know? This is the Knight of Cups. Be careful. Someone wants to come in offering a little cup of love, but I don't like this card, even though some people are like, oh, I love getting love offers. Yeah, the Knight of Cups is the same as that. So I'll bring you a little cup of love, but it's not substantial. I love you, but I have other business. More people are more important than you. I love you. I want to be with you. This is love bombing energy, by the way. I love you, but my karmic family I love more, so peace out. Anyways, this person was called someone out. Why? Because he only had a little cup of love to give. Anyways, he's being seen for who he is, so be careful of emotional manipulators out there at this time. Also, I'm also kind of getting what people don't see coming is this type of energy. So Knight of Cups is offering a little cup of love, but they're not there for the long run. And this is a type of energy of, hey, I just want to sleep with you. But they're not going to come out and say that. Like, hey, I'm looking for love and marriage, but there's always a but. So be careful of that. But you know what? What's good about this energy, and I just now noticed that because when I brought the card out right side right. So this card, when it's in reverse, is manipulation. This person's not traveling and feels left out in the cold. Why? Because their family was abusing him. That's why he was lying to himself. Is he a bad person? Well, we don't know the choices he had, right? So someone out there might feel this or might know someone that's in this situation. But at the end of the day, he is going to end up being like this. As long as he starts becoming truthful and honest, instead of being manipulated, hey, now he can actually bring in a little cup of love, but maybe he needs a little cup of love to himself. Because if you're living in illusions, that means you don't love yourself. But you just need to be like this. This is all about growth. So I don't really take much with knights because I'm more of a, I want an emperor kind of energy, not a king. But these are knights. Knights are typically younger males or very immature males. So when I see this in, like, let's say if I were to do my own cards and if someone tells me, oh, you got a knight coming in. Yeah, no. I don't do that. But at the end of the day, he's no longer being abused, and he needs to give that little cup of love to himself. Why? Because he's got abandonment issues. This is feeling left out in the cold. Everyone, basically, he made a bad choice. He's going to feel the burn. And basically, a lot of males who have been giving their energy, again, this is about paying a price, right? The energy, the body, and your soul. And your soul is saying, listen, that's too expensive. You're giving to the wrong people. And that is the lesson, right? That person has to learn. Then he's got to give that little cup of love to himself so he can become, from a knight, he can grow into a king. And from a king, we hope to an emperor. If not, that sucks. But anyways, it's not bad. It's just, hey, some people need to know, yeah, some people will not be communicating at this time. But definitely look out, watch for things, like pay attention to what you're signing. Anyways, this person who does feel this way will not be communicating. He's going within. Yeah, he's not reconciling from anybody from the past. And maybe he doesn't even want to reconcile with his children. I do feel like this person will apologize. If you know this person will come in eventually and apologize. But he needs to forgive the people around and himself at this time. Yeah, it's an awakening. There's a death to the situation. It's big O spiritual awakening. That person's digging deeper at this time. Why? Because there's been a series of events that will wake people up. And sometimes, yeah, it sucks. I didn't have a good family. I was born into I had karmic family members in my family, you know. So at this time, relax. It's all working out. Okay, trust the process. Since Taurus is all about declaring truth, let's get a declare and decree card, and then we'll end this beautiful reading because I know I made it kind of long. That's too many cards. Let's declare one thing, not a bunch of things. Yeah, still not doing that. But this one came up. We'll put that back. Hold on. Somebody might want to pop in your house. I do know that I like to keep a little broom by the doorway, and I was at work when the broom fell over, so somebody might be getting an unexpected visitor. Someone might pop on in. Oh, I'm going to read both of these. I wasn't going to, but we are. The Declare and Decree deck. Full moons, endings, bring in new beginnings. Let's declare and decree something. All blockages that prevents holistic health for myself and for my loved ones is now destroyed and cleared from my energy and spirit and in flesh. All blockages that prevents holistic health for myself and my loved ones are now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. All energy that blocks my connection to the Most High and my spiritual team are now cleared and destroyed from my energy in spirit and in flesh. All energy that blocks my connection to the Most High and my spiritual team are now cleared from my energy and destroyed in spirit and in flesh. Those were very good. All right, I'm already an hour in. Let's just roll a couple dice. The number 11, 11 days might be significant. November. Yeah, Tauruses don't gamble at this time. Okay. Something might be coming back around. And this person is very, very greedy, so don't do business with this person. Something about this greedy person, though, might want to try to hold you back. It's almost like they want to give you a key, but they're keeping it. Could be karmic. It is definitely some sort of soul contract. They want to keep you, they're somehow holding on to your energy a little bit because they don't want you to move forward, because once they let go, that's it. Contract's over. Someone is definitely, people are going to be moving to a new house and they're going to be celebrating this. Why? Oh, someone is going to, during this full moon, and someone's going to figure out who the hell they are. Congratulations. Waking up. Remembering. And they're no longer going to be greedy. They're getting rid of the greed of or the spirit of greed is dying. Yay to that. Tauruses are really good for that. All right. A lot of people might be opening up their heart space at this time and doing some healing for the heart space. A lot of people's finances might heal. Maybe you need to heal your relationship with money or something from your childhood that made you, let's say, down that road. Like maybe you grew up and you didn't have money, and now that you do have money, there's an unhealthy, things are going to be more balanced. Like you're going to heal that. Someone's afraid of being poor, but that's going to be healed as well. Ooh, be still. The card that came out, be still, sweetness in silence. This card is telling you that it is time for you to find the sweetness in silence. This will help you to increase your self-awareness by giving you the chance to observe and accept your own thoughts and feelings without judgment. When you are sitting in stillness and silence, you become more aware of your mind, body, and soul. Silence is where you will find your power and your purpose. When you find the sweetness in silence, you allow yourself to stay in the present moment, and there is nothing more powerful than the voice inside of you. All the answers you are searching for are all already inside of you. All you have to do is take time to stop and just listen. Follow your heart and not your fears. Build your life as one and live your life in the present moment. It's the only thing that truly exists. Meditate on understanding and not the outcome. Knowing there is a blessing in everything. Each time, each day, connect to the divine, surrender, go deep inside, breathe, and allow spirit to talk to you and through you. You are a part of something so much greater that will live on forever. Be still. I'm going to end that beautiful reading right there. You guys, good luck. Nourish your bodies. Pay attention to your temples. Honor them. Good luck and namaste.